The humans called the satellite whisper, and it drifted in the silent, sun-drenched void, listening for a voice that never came. Its sole occupant, a xenobiologist named Kaelen, had long since given up on the great cosmic silence. His mission was a formality, a final, lonely vigil before humanity conceded that in a galaxy teeming with worlds, they were utterly alone. His world was a symphony of data streams and the low hum of life support. Until the day the symphony broke. It wasn't a voice. It was a pattern. A complex, repeating sequence of prime numbers, overlaid with a harmonic resonance that made the ship's sensors sing. The source was not a distant star, but the brilliant blue water world below, a planet catalogued as SETI 7. Impossible, Kaelen whispered, his three-fingered hands flying over the console. The planet is 90% water. No land-based technology could produce this. He descended through the atmosphere, his ship slicing through the clouds to reveal an endless expanse of ocean, broken only by the jagged spines of volcanic archipelagos. The signal led him to a secluded lagoon, its water so clear he could see the intricate coral cities sprawling in the depths. He landed his agile skimmer on a white sand beach. The signal was deafening here, a physical vibration in the air. And then, he saw her. She rose from the water in a cascade of liquid silver, her lower body a powerful, iridescent tail the color of a twilight sky. Her skin held a pearlescent sheen, and her hair flowed like strands of living seaweed. But it was her eyes that held him, vast and intelligent, the color of the deep ocean, and they were fixed not on him, but on the small, humming device he held in his hand, the signal interpreter. She opened her mouth and a sound emerged, a complex warble that was part whale song, part crystalline chime. The interpreter in Kaelen's hand flickered, then translated, its synthesized voice stark against the sound of the waves. "You are the listener," the voice said. "You heard my song." Kaelen, whose life had been dedicated to the possibility of this moment, found himself speechless. He was an alien to her, just as she was to him. He finally managed to activate his own communicator, his voice a dry rasp. "I am Kaelen. I came from the stars." "I am Lyria," the interpreter chimed. "I am of the deep. I sing the songs of the abyss and the stories of the currents." She gestured to a smooth, black stone that rested on a rock nearby. It was covered in intricate, glowing spirals that pulsed in time with her voice. "You use harmonic resonance and bioluminescent bacteria to encode information," Kaelen murmured, his scientific mind reeling. "Your entire civilization, it's built on song and light. We remember the fall of the great fire reef from the sky. Cycles ago, Lyria sang. We sing of the slow dance of the continents. We have songs that are 1,000 tides long, but we have no songs of the cold, quiet places between the stars. Until now. And so, a most unlikely friendship was forged on the shores of an alien sea. Kaelen, the being of metal and silence, and Lyria, the being of water and song. He showed her the stars on his datapad, tracing the constellations he had sailed through. He explained the physics of a nebula, and she translated it into a haunting, swirling melody that made the water around her shimmer with sympathetic light. He told her of his people's search, their loneliness, and she listened, her great eyes soft with an understanding that transcended species. In return, she taught him the ocean's language. She showed him how the different pitches of her song could coax bioluminescent plankton into dazzling displays, or how a low, resonant hum could calm the predatory leviathans that patrolled the deep. She taught him that her people's history wasn't written, but sung, passed down through generations in epic, ever-evolving ballads. One evening, as SETI 7's twin moons rose, painting the sea in silver, Lyria grew quiet. Her song, when it came, was slower, The old songs speak of a change, she sang. The currents are shifting. The water grows warmer. The great coral cities are bleaching, falling silent. Our songs of mourning grow more numerous than our songs of creation. Kaelen accessed Whisper's planetary scans. The data was grim. A cyclical heating of the star was causing a planetary warming event. Lyria's world was dying a slow death, and her people, with their deep connection to the stable rhythms of the ocean, had no way to escape it. He looked at Lyria, then at the stars reflected in the still water. He was a xenobiologist, not an engineer. His ship was built for one, but he was also the first and only human to have found another sentient race. He could not just record their demise and fly away. I have an idea, he said, his voice firm. But I will need your strongest song. For the next lunar cycle, they worked. Kaelen reprogrammed the Whisper's powerful long-range transmitter. He didn't need it to listen anymore. He needed it to shout. Lyria, in turn, composed a new song. It was not a song of data or history. It was a song of a people. It contained the joy of a breaching leviathan, the sorrow of a dying coral, the wisdom of the abyssal trenches, and the desperate, hopeful cry for a future. It was a soul translated into sound. Finally, the day came. Kaelen aimed the Whisper's dish at the most promising, technologically advanced star systems on his charts. Lyria, surrounded by a pod of her kin who added their voices to hers, sang. The song, amplified and broadcast by Kaelen's technology, shot out into the galaxy, a desperate bottle cast into a cosmic ocean. When it was done, exhaustion hung heavy in the air. Kaelen knew it would be years, centuries perhaps, before the signal might be heard. He had to return to his own people, to report his monumental discovery and its tragic context. He stood on the beach for the last time. Lyria watched him, her tail flicking gently in the shallow water. You gave us a song for the stars, her interpreter chimed. Now we will always be there, even if our world falls silent. And my people will no longer sing the song of loneliness, Kaelen replied, his voice thick with emotion. We will sing of you. He boarded his skimmer and ascended, leaving the blue world behind. The Whisper broke orbit, and the silence of space enveloped him once more. But it was a different silence now. It was no longer empty. It was filled with the echo of a song, a beautiful, tragic, and hopeful melody from a mermaid to the stars, a proof that in the vast, dark ocean of the cosmos, no one ever needs to be truly alone. The end. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.